Mayor Gibbons.
Here.
Councilmember Arnold.
No.
Oh, we're not on.
It's,
Sorry.
oh, I'm sorry.
You're good.
Are we good?
Okay,
Okay,
start over.
we'll start over. Mayor Gibbons.
Here.
Councilmember Arnold.
Here.
Councilmember Burkett.
Here.
Councilmember Jack is absent. Councilmember Lavender.
I want to speak, but I've got to go get my purse.
Very good.
Okay,
We're gonna go straight into public comments tonight.
Public comments, 3-minute limit per person. The public comments portion of the meeting is an opportunity for the city council to listen to comments from citizens. It is not a question and answer session, and the city council will not respond to comments or answer questions during this period. The mayor may refer any matter brought to the city council to the chief administrative officer or city clerk if action is needed.
Thank you. David, has anyone filled out a file for this evening?
Yes, Mayor, there are some requests for comment this evening. The first being Georgia Wooten. Or George.
Maybe repeat.
David, I think your mic's already on.
George.
Georgia Wooden.
George.
It's me, George. Wooten.
George, I'm sorry, I didn't see that. That was I had. You wanna?
Oh,
Come on up.
Good evening, and thank you for the opportunity. My name is George Wood, and I'm a longtime Kirkwood resident, and I spent 40 years in the water business. I have a sense, frankly, that the one way to solve your problem with water is to sell what you have left and put it under professional management. To that end, I have a question. Does the city have a bona fide offer of purchase from the American Water Company?
As we said, we don't respond from the dais, but we'll be happy to have somebody get back to you. Thank you, George.
Thank you.
Got it. Victoria Bader.
Steve, answer.
That was fast. Good.
Yeah.
Happy for.
My name is Victoria Bader, and I live in the house my father built in 1949. I'm a proud 1977 graduate of Kirkwood High School. My daughter just bought the house immediately to the west of me. Be happy about that. I know that we have plenty of other things to talk about in the city. I get it, but you know, it's like asking about if your kids walk the dog when your house is on fire. But I do want to talk about preserving historic homes. We have to talk about this issue. We have to do it now before another historic home is torn down. The historic charm of Kirkwood brings people here to live here, to shop here, to dine here. The historic charm of Kirkwood is its homes. Everyone says they come for the charm, even those people who ripped the house down to build a new mansion. Destruction of these historic homes makes Kirkwood just another St. Louis suburb. No one moves here for the utilities or the roads or the budget, which I know you guys work hard on. Speaking of 4th of July, we only have 250 years of history and 173 years in Kirkwood. But that is a relatively short Kirkwood history, and it is disappearing one home at a time. Some people argue against historic house preservation by invoking a personal property rights idea. But our city, state, and national standards already tell us what we can and cannot do on our property. For example, digging, planting, fences, setbacks. You can do anything inside your house, but if you live in a home designated historic by the Landmarks Commission, its exterior should be preserved or modified according to historic standards so we can preserve them for the next generation. When such houses and their history are gone, they're gone forever. It is entirely true that they don't build them like they used to. Some people argue that historic home preservation decreases property values, but literature suggests otherwise. In Savannah, San Antonio, Sacramento, and Indianapolis, studies have shown that location in a historic landmark district increases homes prices. Famous towns like Charleston, South Carolina, Williamsburg, Virginia, Salem, Massachusetts have very strict codes for preservation, and people flock to these towns for their charm, bringing in millions of dollars a year in tourism money. Speaking of tourism money, globally, the British have a schedule system for historical homes, and places in Italy like Assisi that was built in 1222 require the same buildings from that era. You can't even drill a hole in the wall to put cable in Assisi. Closer to home, I hate to say it, Webster Groves has a robust historic preservation ordinance. Webster evaluates every possible demolition over 50 years old based on its historic merit to the community, and they have the ability to approve or deny that
Wait,
demolition.
one more second, Victoria.
Okay, please put this historic home preservation on your agenda, and again, go Pioneers.
Thank you.
Lynn Roder.
Good evening and happy 4th of July. My name is Lynn Broder. I have lived in Aberdeen Heights for 15 years. After 35 years in Creve Coeur, I have come to love Kirkwood. I have read and I have become alarmed at the electric and water department news reports, as have many friends, I support and I believe it is imperative that to regain the trust of the public, that the council request Missouri Auditor Scott Fitzgerald to conduct a forensic audit of this painful situation. I implore you, we've got to get the trust of the public. Thank you.
Thank you, Lynn.
Paul Nesser.
Hi, thanks for giving me the opportunity to speak. I was just coming by to advocate in favor of grandfathering in permits to build on structures that currently exist on a footprint that's within new setbacks. And so in our neighborhood, we have a lot of homes where the garage serves both the dual purpose of garage, but also the wall, the fence against the neighboring property. That aesthetic in place exists within what are now setback regulations requiring it to be back, I think, 4 feet. Any kind of improvements to that structure that exceed 50% count as building a new structure that then has to be within the current setbacks. And so I think that by allowing for some grandfathering of building on the current footprint, which is already within, I would think, the vested property rights of the owner that already exist within allowances of current utilities to conduct their purposes, but also within the neighborhood aesthetic, that it's important to preserve that and not require an undue financial burden building on a different site that is in non-conformance with the aesthetic that already exists. That also creates a whole bunch of waste of new building supplies and whatnot. So that's it. I would hope that the council would consider some leniency and grandfathering within those situations. Thanks so much.
Thank you.
Mayor and council, there are no additional requests for comments this time.
All right, we will move into the consent agenda. May I have a motion, please?
Motion.
Second. Is there any conversation? All in favor, say aye. Opposed, nay. Consent agenda carries. Unfinished business. The 11130.
This is Bill 11130, amending Article 3, offenses concerning administration of justice in Chapter 17, offenses miscellaneous of the City of Kirkwood Code of Ordinances to add a new section 17-43 to prohibit interfering with a first responder.
Are there any comments or questions? Yes.
I do. I feel this violates my First Amendment right. I understand the state has passed it. I have the same concerns with what the state did. And I understand that it will go into effect no matter what, but I will not be supporting this.
Yes.
I support protecting first responders from genuine physical obstruction and threats. When I cannot, where, what I can't support is language this broad. The no legitimate purpose standard gives officers too much subjective authority to decide who may remain in a lawful public space. That could affect witnesses, journalists, family members, and community members who are not interfering with anyone's work. The 20-foot parameter also concerns me because it risks criminalizing proximity rather than actual obstruction. Presence near a public incident is not the same thing as interfering with the first responders. I do not believe we should pass a new criminal ordinance unless the language is narrow, clear, legally sound, and fully vetted. If the goal is true obstruction, I would welcome a revised bill focused on physical interference, threats, blocking access, or conduct that actually prevents a first responder from doing their job. But this bill does not strike that balance, so I will be voting no because we have not been able to discuss this and revise.
This is.
No, this is
second reading.
reading. Any more comments? Roll call, please.
Mayor Gibbons.
Yes.
Councilmember Arnold.
Yes.
Councilmember Burkett.
No.
Councilmember Lavender.
No.
Councilmember McLean.
Yes.
Councilmember Schaefer.
Yes.
The bill passes. Bill 11131.
Bill 11131, amending Article 7, offenses concerning motor vehicles of Chapter 18, motor vehicles and traffic of 1 City of Kirkwood Code of Ordinances to add a new section 14-368 to prohibit vision reducing material applied to windshield or windows without permit.
Is there any discussion? Roll call, please.
Mayor Gibbons.
Yes.
Councilmember Arnold.
Yes.
Councilmember Burkett.
Yes.
Councilmember Lavender.
Yes.
Councilmember McLean.
Yes.
Councilmember Schaefer.
Yes.
Thank you. Bill 11132.
Bill 11132, amending Article 7, offenses concerning property of Chapter 17, offenses miscellaneous of the City of Kirkwood Code of Ordinances to add a new section 17-128 for the purpose of adding a new offense called unlawfully gaining entry into a motor vehicle.
Any discussion? Roll call, please.
Mayor Gibbons.
Yes.
Councilmember Arnold.
Yes.
Councilmember Burkett.
Yes.
Councilmember Lavender.
Yes.
Councilmember McLean.
Yes.
Councilmember Schaefer.
Yes.
The bill carries. Now we move into new business. Resolution 62-2026.
Resolution 62-2026, authorizing the filing of an application with the Municipal Park Grant Commission of St. Louis County, Missouri to fund improvements to Meacham Park Memorial Park.
Thank you. Are there any comments or questions?
Motion.
Oh, sorry, motions.
Motion. Second.
Okay, now, comments, questions?
I have some. I know Kyle wasn't able to be with us tonight.
Right.
I know he's told me that this is included in the FY 28 budget. I did get a sense from his email, if we do not get the grant, then we would push the building of this or rebuilding of this playground off. I guess what I'm still questioning is if we're asking for a grant, would pay most of this cost. And so we would reapply next year. I don't understand that the 527 in our budget, why we would have to push it all. Do we have that budgeted in our own capital budget?
We have it now, yes, you have it now budgeted, well, it's in 27-28 budget. And so I think what Kyle is telling you, that would be included in that fiscal year 28. If, If we would not get it, we would have to go back and look to see where we could go ahead and.
Oh, all
fund it.
right, because we would be past that capital budget
Right,
time period. And if we don't capture this grant now, we would have to push that off.
yes, so we would have to look for another year to where we could go ahead and make it work within the budget.
All right, thank you, Chairman.
Councilman Bouquet?
Yeah, my understanding is this would only be for the playground and would not impact the pavilion where there's pavers that the citizens pay for. Is that?
That's correct.
Any other questions? Roll call, please.
Mayor Gibbons?
Yes.
Councilmember Arnold?
Yes.
Councilmember Burkett?
Yes.
Councilmember Lavender?
Yes.
Councilmember McLean?
Yes.
Councilmember Schaefer?
Yes.
The resolution passes. Resolution 63, 2026.
Resolution 63, 2026, a resolution accepting the proposal of S.N. Wilson and Company for general contracting services and repairs on an as-needed basis at the rates provided in the memo, copy of which is attached here too and incorporated by reference herein, not to exceed budgeted funds and authorizing and directing the mayor to enter into a contract.
May I have a motion and a second, please?
Motion.
Second.
Thank you. Discussion?
Could we ask Trish?
Trace is here, so if
So,
you have any questions.
hi Trace. Good evening. Just give us an overview here. This is because we need some extra labor.
Yes.
Time to time.
Yeah, so this contract's put in place to support we have two full-time and one part-time technician. So this is more of a high-level repair for this contract. So we typically, that's what I use this contract for.
And you've done this in the past. for
This has
years.
been under contract since 2001.
With the same company?
No, this would be a different company. So this is the fourth time this has been bid. This would be the fourth different contractor.
I see. Okay.
And this is all done with prevailing wage, is that correct?
Well, prevailing wages changed, so it's anything, this is anything over 75,000 would be prevailing wage, these are non-prevailing wage
Got it. Understand.
jobs.
But we're giving us an example of something that we would hire these people to come in.
Well, recently I used them at the aquatic center for a vent stack that was leaking, so it was a very small job. We had the hose tower recently due to weather events, it was taking on water. So they went over there and made repairs.
Sealed it out.
Correct.
Good time wage, yes.
Councilman Bouquet?
So the budget line item for 74,397 is completely under the 75,000. Is that just what you usually spend each year on these kind of things?
So that's what it shows now, that particular line item has 103,000, and so allocations for different contracts. So that this along with other contracts come out of that.
Okay.
line item.
Councilman McLean?
I'm looking, you said it's non-prevailing wage,
Correct.
so I'm looking at the schedule you provided. And it looks like, maybe I'm reading this wrong, you have 23 different line items. And it looks like the non-prevailing wage rates are the same as the prevailing wage rates to us.
I don't have that schedule in front of me.
You've got Mark, are you referring to the
Schedule,
memo that they gave to us with the general contract?
Yeah.
Repair rates?
yes,
That's what they did.
so they've been, and attached to it as non-prevailing wages with the prevailing wages. And that schedule shows the same for both.
Correct. That's the bid we received.
So maybe prevailing wages.
Yes. It very well be.
It typically is. Just
I mean,
you gotta hire a guy.
yeah, well, kind
A
of,
person.
the concern is, I thought, which is good, we want that. But you said now, this is a different contractor this year, every year we get a new contractor.
Well, every 5, so this typically is a 5-year option.
Okay, good, okay. I think this is great, we're saving money by hiring
We are.
out, not having to hire another person if it's, so you're gonna save me, it's a great idea.
Ma'am,
Yes.
thank you. I understand that usually for this contract, you spend about $10,000 of what's budgeted. And that some of your other items are HVAC, elevator management, electrical work. How do we know from a budgetary point of view that you're going to spend about 10,000 and that this is what I see in the budgeted amount is about 74,000? So how do you know to control, or this allows you to go a little over, a little under?
This is as needed. I can pause this contract at any time and bring it in-house.
And you keep track of when you're about at 10,000?
Oh, absolutely.
Which, you know, your other, maybe you don't have elevator repairs this year and you have another stack at the aquatic center that needs to be taken care of.
It's based off of historical.
Yeah, all right. Obviously, we're concerned about budgets.
Oh, absolutely.
Thank you, thank you.
Thank you. More comments or questions? Roll call, please.
Mayor Givens.
Yes.
Councilmember Arnold.
Yes.
Councilmember Burkett.
Yes.
Councilmember Lavender.
Yes.
Councilmember McLean.
Yes.
Councilmember Schaefer.
Yes.
The resolution passes. Resolution 64, 2026.
Resolution 64, 2026, accepting the proposal of Stonebridge Roofing and Siding for Kirkwood Firehouse Number 2 roof replacement in the not to exceed of $68,408.20, which includes a 9.97% contingency in the amount of $6,200 and authorizing and directing the mayor to enter into a contract.
Thank you. May I have a motion to second?
Motion.
Second.
Thank you. Discussion? Questions? Councilmember Lavender?
This might be for you, Chief Administrator. So on the bids, I am stunned that the lowest one is 62,000 and the highest is 172,000. Is it normal to have that wide of a spread on a bid for what I guess is the same thing?
Normally not. I mean, I would say normally you wouldn't get that kind of a spread. I know the last time the city's done a roof replacement, Trace may be able to speak to that. Yeah.
I mean, that was just a stunning difference.
I agree. It was a surprise, but I have vetted this company. They're 4.8 out of 5 stars, so.
So we're comfortable.
We're
with
absolutely
what it
comfortable.
is. It's a good company.
Yeah, it's
and-
good.
and good recommendations. I mean, that's.
Correct. We were fortunate to get this.
Yeah,
The next was 99,000,
yeah,
so significant savings.
right. And then I don't know if this is a question for you more than our chief administrator. So we had budgeted 165,000 for this. I believe it's a capital expense.
Correct.
And so what happens to the 100,000 that we're not spending on the roof? Does that stay in capital
Just stays,
improvement?
it stays in capital.
And. Okay, it doesn't go to cover any hole anywhere else or get shifted around from here to there, it'll stay in
Unless they come
capital
back to you and ask for that money to be spent.
in some other capacity.
Right.
Yeah, well, I appreciate the bidding process and I appreciate your vetting the lowest bid, so we know we've still got a good contract. Thank you.
Thanks, Rose. Any other questions? Roll call, please.
Mayor Givens.
Yes.
Councilmember Arnold.
Yes.
Councilmember Burkett.
Yes.
Councilmember Lavender.
Yes,
Councilmember McLean.
Yes.
Councilmember Schaefer.
Yes.
Very good. Resolution 65, 2026.
Resolution 65, 2026, accepting the bid of the Nixter Inc. for the purchase of a 500 kV transformer for the St. Louis Community College ball field in the amount of $27,200 and authorizing and directing the Director of Procurement to issue a purchase.
May I have a motion for second, please?
so moved. Second,
Thank you. Comments or discussion?
always, Mayor,
Okay.
if nobody else does. I know there's no way to not do this, but Kirkwood providing electric. We suddenly need to put up a transformer because the college wants to have a lit ball field. This wasn't a budgeted amount. I have that these were in capital funds, so maybe that's where 100,000, maybe we'll move 27,000 over to buy this transformer. I understand the need that we need to do that. I think this might point additional concerns for how our electric needs to jump because somebody wants to put in something that requires another generator. So, thank you.
Okay. So as we're talking about it, Councilmember Schaefer gave a passionate talk about all the transformers that we have and that we have too many and they're losing value and what have you. We had the electric department come and tell us that what we have are all different kinds. We might have 7 of this kind or 5 of this kind or 8 of this kind, and that he wishes we almost had more because if a big storm, or not even if, when a big storm comes in, we will be needing to use all different kinds. So I think it's a good time to talk about what we learned from our transformer, our department. Councilmember, we had.
So will the St. Louis Community College contributor pay anything for the installation of this transformer or the transformer itself?
No, I think what the response that Rick is given is that typically Kirkwood Electric, they incur the cost of providing power to serve a new customer. And what they typically do is go ahead and put in the transformer and provide the primary cable. But the developer then picks that up from that point to go ahead and cover the cost of the secondary distribution and system.
And do you know, is that traditionally how it typically is when doing commercial work like that?
Yes. I think you find that consistent with Ameren if they were providing the same things.
Any additional questions, comments?
Mayor Gibbons,
Yes.
Councilmember Arnold.
Yes.
Councilmember Burkett,
Yes.
Councilmember Lavender,
Yes.
Councilmember McLean,
Yes.
Councilmember Schaefer.
Yes.
Resolution 66, 2026.
Resolution 66, 2026, authorizing and directing the mayor to enter into a site agreement with Strategic Materials, Inc. for the placement of a ripple glass collection bin at the Francis Shire Recycling Depository.
May I have a motion and a second, please?
Motion. Second.
Thank you. I have a couple of questions, and I guess that would be to Chris. This is a kind of an initial try at collecting glass separately. Did you say that? Have we checked with St. Louis County on?
Yeah, so this is our first time collecting glass in a single stream manner. And so we would have this down at the Regional Recycling Center down in Taylor. And so we would see how this works with ripple glass and look at potentially widespread taking glass out of curbside recycling.
And the reason that we are considering trying to take glass out of curbside recycling is because of the damage that it does to our trucks, which cost what, $40,000.
So not only does it do damage to our trucks, so it also, there's the glass that breaks doesn't get recycled at the recycling center. And so everything that gets put inside this bin gets recycled, broken and unbroken glass. And so it's a great way to recycle glass. There is a representative from Purple Glass here tonight. I just want to leave you. You guys have a motion about that.
Mayor will need to suspend Robert's rule of order to invite them up.
Okay.
Need a motion to second.
Motion.
Thank you.
And
Yeah,
then all in favor.
all in favor of?
Aye.
Okay, great. Thank you. We'd like to learn more about it, and I understand that there's a possibility that through St. Louis County, if we were to suspend picking up glass, we might have to have ripple crates, what are they called?
Yes.
Bids in more location, is that correct, or do we know?
Sure. So, right now, St. Louis County, has an ordinance that if you provide single stream recycling to your residents, glass has to be included in that. There are variances available. They're based off, basically making a drop-off location available, and that it's all dependent on your population size, right? So Valley Park currently is the only municipality in St. Louis County that has that variance. They have 3 drop-off locations. Valley Park is 1/10 the size of Kirkwood, probably. Now, that's not to say you guys are gonna need 30 bins.
It's something we have to work with the county with, but we'd be happy to be your partner on that. Our bins are a standard roll-off box. They have, if you haven't seen them around town, we have 14 locations. They have a domed top over them with 3x3 windows on each side. So it curbs dumping quite a bit, any kind of contamination. We really haven't seen that so far in 2 years operating here and close to 15 in Kansas City. So there's very little contamination issues and dumping issues that we've seen. And yeah, that would be how we would maybe step to approach that, but we need to find out from the county what those requirements would be and then work together from there to find locations.
Yeah, and you all take care of everything. I mean, you place the bin, pick up the bin, and this is at no charge to Kirkwood.
Correct. We just need the spot for it and we take it from there. So we actually have cameras installed in the bin as well. So myself and my team can monitor in real time. You don't even need to tell us when it's full. We pay for the hauling to our facility in downtown, and then we take care of it all. So no cost to the city ever.
Anyone else have some questions?
So what do you do with the glass that you're recycling? Because I suspect there must be something fun that you're doing.
It's a great question. So essentially, we process it at our facility downtown. We crush it up, we size it, we sort it by color. And then almost all of our glass goes to Peebly, Missouri, where it's made into new glass bottles for predominantly Anheuser-Busch. So it's a cool local process. There's some, rejects that come out of the pile color wise or type wise. We send that to Kansas City and it's made into fiberglass.
Just to clarify, we will need a variance for this one bin or we will not?
No, you would not need it for one. That's if you wanted to take glass out of your single stream offering.
Yeah. So right now we're gonna offer both.
Yeah.
And then logistically, do we know where it's going at the current recycling?
Yeah, so if you look at the site and pull in, just to the north of that over that structure, to the left of that.
And then I noticed there's no term, but it does have the South Taylor address, so we'll have to have a new contract for the new.
Yeah, so when we move over to the new facility at 545 Buffalo, I'm go over there, so it would have to amend.
Thanks.
And just to mention, these contracts are cancelable at will, so.
Yeah.
That's the reason.
Councilman One.
Ma'am, thank you. So we don't charge you rent and you don't charge us for bringing and taking it away. So we're even on that. You don't pay us for the glass that you get. And does the glass need to be separated?
No,
Okay.
completely colored, commingled colors and types.
Right, and then Chris, what I heard from you, this can save glass and not being in our recycled trucks can save wear and tear. It also, if we get to the point, Mayor, I believe this is correct, that we do ask for glass to be removed from our single stream, it will save us tonnage fees when we take our trucks to the landfills, we're charged per pound. And if we pull glass out of that, then our loads are lighter and then eventually we won't pay as much for landfill.
Yeah, so we take our recycling to the recycling processing center, which is through Republic. And that's where the recycling is processed. And then the goal is to have a reduced tonnage. And so eventually we pay less than tonnage.
Right. So in the long run. it
A
may
win-win.
prove To be, yeah, it's a win-win right now, but in the long run, it might even save us some money.
Yeah.
If we choose to go that path. Thank you.
It'll take a lot of education. Okay, any more questions? Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Roll call, please.
Mayor Gibbons,
Yes.
Councilmember Arnold,
Yes.
Councilmember Burkhead,
Yes.
Councilmember Lavender,
Yes.
Councilmember McLean,
Yes.
Councilmember Schaefer.
Yes.
The resolution passes. Resolution 67, 2026.
Resolution 67, 2026, accepting the single source quote of Routeware for Recollect software for the sanitation division pursuant to HGAC Cooperative Contract FL 10-24A in the amount of $27,220.44 for the initial term of 12 months with the option to renew for up to 4 additional 12-month terms contingent upon budgetary approval and not to exceed budgeted funds, and authorizing and directing the mayor to enter into a contract.
May I have a motion and a second, please?
Motion.
Second.
Thank you. Any comments or questions? Roll call, please.
Mayor Givens,
Yes.
Councilmember Arnold,
Yes.
Councilmember Burkett,
Yes.
Councilmember Lavender,
Yes.
Councilmember McLean,
Yes.
Councilmember Schaefer.
Yes.
Good, thank you. Now we will move into city council reports. Do you have something to report?
I'd like to just ask that, my comments made on Bill 11130 be entered into the minutes.
Will you provide those to the court?
She already did.
Oh, she already did. Very good. Okay, I have something that I wanted to talk about, oh, you have something?
I just have a procedural question for Jackie. So we just voted on 64-2026. It was here, I had noted, and I missed that when we were going through it, so that's my fault. So how would I be able to bring that back up? Do we have to?
You would need a motion to bring it back.
Okay, I'm making a motion to bring it back up to the floor for discussion.
Second.
Which one is this? I'm sorry.
64-2026. It's the one on the roofing or. And so I just have a question, probably very simple.
No, not yet. Hold on one second. So Schaefer and McLean, you seconded?
Yes.
Oh, sorry.
I don't know.
Lavender?
This is never helpful.
And it was resolution 64?
Yes.
So we'll need a vote on that motion to bring it back to the floor?
Um,
Or you can open for discussion first on the motion.
discussion on the motion to open this back up. No discussion, roll call.
All in favor?
All in favor, say aye.
I.
Opposed, nay. All right.
So here's my question, and I'm sure it's a simple one, and I apologize that I didn't ask it. So, again, I read the resolution, it was about roofing, but the further depth I went into it, I had notes. The resolution also includes not just the firehouse replacement. Don't picture it, but.
Continue out. Clarification.
Go ahead.
We'll need a real quick, Mayor, just got clarification from legal. We will need a motion and motion in a second to accept the resolution as read, as if we're basically redoing it, the vote. So we had the motion in a second and vote to bring it back to floor. Now we need the motion in a second to approve the resolution as read, then we'll open up for discussion and re-vote on it. Does that make sense?
No.
No?
So
I gotta have a
motion.
Second.
Yeah, okay.
Thank you. We're good deal.
So now we're discussing the fact.
Okay.
Okay, so it's back to me. Okay. So again, the resolution talks strictly about the roofing at the top, which I was fully engaged in. But deeper into this, regarding resolution 64-2026, it has some extra things on here that's why I was asking. So I understand about the roof, no problem. And I see the city hall ceiling, makes perfect sense to me. My question is, we're at the K-Pac generator installed. I know that we've purchased it. I know it's been sitting in storage for 2 years. I know that it needs to be installed, but my question is, do we need to install that for a non-essential building? I understand that fire needs it, police need it, so forth like that, city hall. But this isn't designated a storm shelter or any reason for that, and so I understand it's $58,000, not the end of the world on a $125 million budget. But I'm just questioning, not just the installation, but then we have annual maintenance that we have to do and monthly fuel that will have to go into this generator forever when it's over there and what if. So,
Okay,
That's
so that is not part, that memo, this doesn't apply to the bill is about the roof
correct,
at Stonebridge.
correct. So if I
What we
read-
voted on was the roof, period.
Okay, so,
I can give an explanation.
yeah, sure, that's
Yeah,
great.
I think when Trace provided us with the memo for this, I think what he was trying to do is show you what was all in those line items for those capital projects. And so this was with the roof replacement, obviously, and then we talked about this earlier, that they had budgeted 165,000, but the bid came in so low,
Correct.
came in at 62. But I think what he's trying to show you are the other two projects that they had budgeted under that same line item. So they're not proposing to go ahead and do any of those projects, those other two projects would have to come back to you for a vote to go ahead and be considered. I think he's just showing you for budgetary reasons, that's why that was in that line.
Correct, access funds.
Yes.
Okay,
Yes, that is correct.
okay,
So do we still need to read it?
Yeah, because it's back on the floor.
Okay, so this bill is, is there any more conversation or discussion?
Just clarification that
Yes,
Aaron, so when they do request this new generator to be installed, 58,000, that will come back in front of us.
That's correct.
And we can say.
They would- Absolutely. And so you would have to, I mean, like I said, they'll have to bring a proposal back to you to who's gonna go ahead and do it. I think the purpose of this was to try to go ahead and make sure, because based on other comments from other items, when we have multiple items under one line item. You guys asked what else is in there, right?
Right.
So this was a way to go ahead and try to identify that.
I like it, it's good.
Yeah.
Thank you, Trace, for doing.
Yeah, so it's 258,000 total in that line item. Those were the three projects that they wanted to complete.
got it. So I just wanted an explanation. Thank
There you
you.
go.
okay, now we need to. Okay, roll call, please.
Mayor Evans,
Yes.
Councilmember Arnold,
Yes.
Councilmember Burkett,
Yes.
Councilmember Lavender,
Yes.
Councilmember McLean.
Yes.
Councilmember Schaefer.
Yes,
Okay, for the second time, resolution 64 and 26 passes. Okay, I would like to give a little bit of a timeline. And this all pertains to electric. On June 8th, thank you very much. Darren Lamb joined us. Appreciate that. And for a long time, we had been pushing for more information about what happened with electric. So on June 11th, we got a report that identified by staff what happened and what corrections had been taken. At that same meeting, Council directed the staff to do an RFP for a forensic audit. Because we, not only did we need to know what happened and what correction, but we want to know if there was any fraud. So, June 12th, I placed a phone call to the state auditor. So that has been, there have been conversations. And, so, you know, the post reporting that on the 28th that we should call, we already had. And from there, our CAO has some more information for us.
Well, sure. So as the mayor said, we have started the draft of a request for proposals to be sent out to audit firms that have expertise in forensic audits. This could be sent in the very near future, as early as next week, if once I receive all the comments in. As the mayor said, in addition, we have had contact with the state auditor's office. On Monday, June 29th, earlier this week, we had a phone conference with Brandon Alexander, Chief of Staff, and Mary Johnson, who is in their investigations with the state auditor's office. After a verbal summary that we gave them of the after action report that was presented to you, as the mayor said, back on June 11, the suggestion was made by Brandon and Mary that the city, if they could do a couple of things. We could move forward if we wanted to with an RFP for forensic audit. They even suggested that it would probably get maybe answers back to you in a more timely fashion than what their office could do. Because their office would has got a backlog of, stuff that they're working on. It's my understanding too, that what they would do is, they would start with an investigation. Look at whether or not it would, warrant a audit. And then, but one of the other things, a couple of things that they brought up. If you do decide, if you do go through that, the audit is subject to, to be paid for by the city of Kirkwood. They don't provide that service for free. They do it, the investigation may be, part free, and I think we've even had one in the past that, and other cities have done that, but if they don't warrant one, that's where it ends, supposedly. So, and I did get, they promised to follow up with a, ballpark. Again, I don't think they want to be held, but they just give you a range as to what that audit could be. They suggested through that email that it would be 250 to 300,000. But they also gave us some information that there's other ways that could be brought to their attention to be put in. I don't know, the only thing I don't have for you, didn't ask them that day, or the mayor didn't ask them, was, if we move forward with an RFP, and we've already, how much they may rely upon that other firm to go ahead and, if you want some statement from them, how that would work. I don't know how that would interact, or I don't know if, but the benefit that they said that would be is if you decided to go ahead, go out for RFP, select a firm and start it, that would probably get you an answer quicker than they would give. So, food for thought. We can go ahead and continue to go down the path of putting out the RFP. There's no really cost involved with doing that. Other than staff's time and putting the RFP together, which we've already done. So, we can go ahead and do that and then bring that back to, the council. I have suggested to the mayor that we would have a couple of new council members to sit on that, selection committee for that, once we get those proposals in. And myself and the other two could go ahead and review those, proposals. And if you choose to want us to go ahead and negotiate a contract with them, that would be the next step. So I just wanted to bring that to your attention, to let you know what's being done since that was reported, as the mayor said, on June 11th.
Thank you, that's great information. I appreciate that.
Any other reports?
I would like to encourage July 13th, the parks department will be at Nathan Park from 6 to 7, collecting feedback about the potential upgrades of the park. So I would encourage citizens to participate. I would like to hear your ideas.
Great, thank you. Want to encourage everyone to come to Kirkwood Park on the 4th. It's going to be the biggest show that we've ever had. So it starts at around 9:15, and there is a band beforehand. Band that a lot of people really enjoy, young people. Raised on radio is the name of the band. So, city attorney, city clerk report.
Yes, Your Honor, I will report on the scheduled upcoming public hearings. We have two scheduled for July 16th, 2026. One, request for a zoning map amendment from B4 Planned Commercial District to B2 Central Business District for the property addressed at 422 South Clay Avenue. The other one is for a request for a zoning code text amendment regarding clarifications and revisions to the zoning code.
Thank you. The next regular meeting of the Kirkwood City Council will take place at 7 p.m. on Thursday, July 16th, 2026. This meeting is adjourned.